What dish involves only 2 ingredients, is almost 4,000 years old, and still isn't the world's oldest recipe? And welcome back to Cliffieland. This is weekend country number 79 on our second attempt of cooking the food of every country in the world, and tonight we're up to the nation of Iraq. Iraq, located in the Middle East, is surrounded by 6 other countries: Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Syria, Turkey, Iran, and Kuwait. It's home to one of the world's oldest civilizations of Mesopotamia on the shores of the Tigris and Euphrates, and that actually factors into one of tonight's dishes. Iraq has a truly delicious cuisine which goes back thousands of years. You'll find lots of dishes with goat, lamb, and chicken, alongside a number of rice and bread dishes, as well as bulgur wheat. It also has some influences of its neighboring nations of the Levant, that's Syria and Lebanon, etc., Turkey and Iran. And tonight we're going to be doing 3 dishes, one of which we've never actually tried before, and I know these dishes would never actually be served together in Iraq. Yet, tonight we're going to be making Iraqi tabbouleh. Now, tabbouleh is sort of like an appetizer, and it really is part of the Levant, that is from like Lebanon and Syria, etc., but it does overlap into parts of Iraq, and theoretically this is an Iraqi version of it. And I won't be doing it for those other countries. And the second dish we're going to be doing is called Makhlama Lahm. It is Iraqi eggs with lamb and tomato. It is actually a breakfast dish, but we're having it for dinner here because it looked good. And the third dish we're going to be doing is called Mersu. It's an ancient dish dating back to 1750 BC. It is pistachio and date balls, and it comes from what's considered the world's oldest cookbook, and that is 3 tablets from ancient Mesopotamia that were found in Iraq. 2 curious notes. 1, that still doesn't make it the world's oldest recipe, since that's actually a recipe for beer. Look it up. And archaeologists have found that pistachios have been eaten in the region for nearly 9,000 years, so you know they gotta be good. But this is the time we have to see how things went when we tried this 4 years ago. Well, on the Global Cooking Challenge, I was doing these all for the very first time. The tabbouleh came out really well. I really liked it. It was nice, easy, and delicious. For the second dish then, I did sort of a lamb and potato casserole. It was really complicated, and at the end it really didn't taste all that great, and I wasn't sure if it was the way it was supposed to be because the recipe was really vague. Looking now, I see there are lots of different variations of it, but still, I didn't feel like doing that this time. And lastly, that mersu. You think with only 2 ingredients I wouldn't be able to mess something up, but I really did, because I used dates that were really old, and I didn't know how long it would take to shell 2 cups of pistachios. So those balls didn't come together at all, and it was really kind of sad. I served it in ramekins, but it tasted really good. So we're gonna fix that this time. So this is the point where you have to see what goes into tonight's dishes.
For our Iraqi tabbouleh, we'll need 1 cup of bulgur wheat, 1 medium onion finely chopped, 5 scallions finely chopped, 1½ cups of chopped fresh parsley, 1/2 cup of finely chopped fresh mint, 1/4 cup of olive oil, 1/4 cup of fresh lemon juice, salt and ground black pepper to taste, 2 medium tomatoes seeded and chopped, plus your option of artichoke hearts, olives, hard-cooked eggs, flowers, or in our case, toasted pine nuts for garnish. Then, for our makhlama lahm, or Iraqi eggs with lamb and tomatoes, we'll need 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 pound of ground lamb, 1 medium yellow onion minced, 1/3 of a cup of parsley minced, 1 teaspoon of yellow curry powder, 2 small vine-ripe tomatoes cored and roughly chopped, 4 eggs, kosher salt, freshly ground pepper, crushed red chili flakes for garnish, and optionally naan or flatbread for serving. And finally, for our mersu, or pistachio date balls, we'll need 2 cups of dates pitted and 2 cups of pistachio nuts shelled.
That looks like it's gonna be super delicious. We've gotta get cooking.
Line a strainer with a double layer of cheesecloth. Place the bulgur in a medium-sized bowl, cover with cold water, and let stand until softened, 2 to 2½ hours. Transfer the bulgur to the strainer. Twist the cloth around the bulgur and squeeze until the moisture is extracted. Transfer the bulgur to a large bowl. Add the onions. Add the scallions. Mix with your hands. Stir in the parsley, mint, olive oil, and lemon juice. Mix. Season with salt and pepper. Toss in the tomatoes. Cover and refrigerate for at least 2 hours before serving. Using a food processor, mortar and pestle, or a knife, grind the dates into a paste. Grind the pistachios into a paste. Divide the pistachios into 2 portions. Mix the dates and pistachios together and grind them into a moist paste. This may take some effort and some added water to blend. Line a shallow plate with the reserved ground pistachios. Make balls of the date pistachio mixture using an ice cream scoop. Roll each ball into the ground pistachios. Repeat with the remaining mixture until it is used up. Set aside until service. Heat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Heat the oil in a 12-inch oven-proof skillet over medium-high heat. Add the lamb and cook, stirring, breaking up the meat into small bits until browned, about 3 to 4 minutes. Add the onion and cook until soft, about 4 to 6 minutes. Stir in half of the parsley, the curry powder, tomatoes, salt and pepper, and cook until the tomatoes begin to break down, about 3 to 4 minutes. Make 4 wells in the lamb mixture, and crack 1 egg into each well. Bake until the egg whites are set and the yolks are still runny, about 5 to 7 minutes. Mound the tabbouleh into a shallow bowl or onto a platter, and add any of the garnishes and sprinkle the pine nuts over the salad. Plate the mersu. Take the Makhlama Lahm out of the oven and dress with chili flakes and reserved parsley.
Turn out. We'll start with the Iraqi tabbouleh. It was just like last time. It was really easy to make. I really loved that. I did it early in the morning and I just had it in the fridge all day. It was very, very delicious. I loved it. The only quibble I'd have would say maybe a little bit more lemon juice would make it a little bit better, but it was really delicious. I'm going to give the Iraqi tabbouleh 4 out of 5 globes. Yum all around there. Secondly, that Makhlama Lahm. It was really terrific. It was succulent with the nice fats from the lamb, and the flavors of the curry and the parsley were just terrific. Went along well with the egg. My only complaint was that I did something stupid. I was supposed to dress it at the end with red chili flakes and additional parsley, and I forgot to do that, and that was the exact flavor that was missing. So I'm sure if I'd added that, it would definitely be a 5, but because of my mistake, I'm going to give the Makhlama Lahm 4 out of 5 globes. I really am eager to try it again, though, with that additional stuff. And lastly, the mersu. 2 ingredients, so simple. The only difficult part was getting everything to grind together in the food processor. Of course, thousands of years ago they used a mortar and pestle, but that took a whole lot longer. But let me tell you, it was worth it, because those were so good. I really didn't think I was going to have more than 1, but I wound up having 2, because they're really delicious. I can't recommend it enough. No wonder people have been eating it for thousands of years. I'm going to give the mersu 5 out of 5 globes. A rare treat and a rare dessert here on the challenge. Well, that does it for Iraq. Remember to stick around for information about how you can get those recipes. And tune in next week when we go west back to Europe to have the food of Ireland. It's going to be great. And remember, if you'd like to see our streams live when they happen every Tuesday night, be sure to follow us on Periscope or Facebook Live. Like and subscribe to be advised when these videos are posted. Remember, links to the original recipes can always be found in the About section. And if you have any thoughtful feelings or helpful suggestions about the food that we're cooking, let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching and happy eating!